Your body's calling, distant lover, I will be right here. So have no fear. Your body's calling, distant lover, I will be right here. So have no fear. Your body's calling, distant lover, I will be right here. So have no fear.
What's good, everybody? This your girl China White, and you are now listening to the mindset of a black woman, right? Now, make sure you guys hit the like button. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram, China White, the number 4 life. Now, what I want to talk about is a fetish, right? I want to talk about fetish. Now, I wrote some things down. I'm going to be reading off my card. I usually don't do this unless I'm doing like a huge live stream on my main channel. But this is a small channel, so I wrote a small list. And because I really wanted to understand my fetishes, right? Because I feel like the older we get as women, we don't really look into the things that we desire. And like last night, um, I was talking about women don't actually know what their kryptonite is when it comes to dealing with a man. And it's kind of like the older I get, I dive deep into the things that I desire, my fetish, right? I have a fetish, and I will, and more into the live stream, I'll talk about the things that I like. Now, what we need to understand is what is a fetish. So I Googled it, right? Everybody Googles. So this is what I found. Fetish is a weird need for something that gives you, that turns you on sexually. So a fetish is something that's weird that turns you on sexually. Now, when we talk about what's weird, I think the things that turn me on is kind of weird, right? I think so, because it's kind of like when I tell, let me see if I want to put that out there. Like when I tell the guy that I'm dealing with the things that I like, he says that I'm weird. He say that I'm weird, and I don't know, man. I am weird. I'm a weird person, and so fetishes are a weird need for something that gives you, that turns you on sexually. So that is a fetish all in one. So if it's unusual, I guess that's a fetish, right? Okay, so number two. So a fetish is something that really turns you on. It kind of like it makes like your pussy wet, or it gets you bricked up really, really hard, and it could be so fucking weird, right? It's outside of the norm. But like when we talk about what's normal in this world, I feel like everybody's fucking weird today. So nothing is quite normal, right? I feel like I'm normal, but when I started digging deep into some of the things that I like, I'm like, I'm weird as shit, right? I could be a nerd, right? I'm probably a nerd, right? I'm a nerd. I just haven't like I could be a nerd, I'm an introvert, number one. I'm very shy, and YouTube is the place for me to express myself. Like, and I'm an artist because I write. I create things. I have substance. So, they say people that can create things and people that are introverts and people that are shy are nerds. So I'm probably a nerd. I'm probably weird, but okay. So, what else I wrote down here? So this is how it is. Your fetish is not supposed to cause problems into your everyday life. If your fetish is something that's take control of your life, if your fetish dominates your life, that is considered a disorder. So it moves from a fetish to a disorder because a lot of people take their fetishes too far. Okay? And this live stream is not going to be long, y'all. Okay? If you listen to the replay, make sure y'all hit the like button. I'm playing some Janet Jackson. Would you mind? And that's my favorite song. You know, I can put on a good dance to this song. Good sexy dance for my man. All right. So yeah. So if your fetish causes problem in your life, now let's talk about that. So it's kind of like, let's say that you love feet, right? You love feet, and you wake up every morning looking for feet online. Or you go to a shoe store just to take pictures of people's feet. Now, that's a disorder because you're not supposed to, that shouldn't be the first thing on your mind. So that's considered a disorder. Okay, so if your fetish is fucking up your everyday life, right? That's considered a disorder. So I don't have a disorder. I just have a fetish, right? Now, number 4 is, where does your fetish come from? Do people want to know where their fetish come from? Well, with the research I did, scientists and doctors, they don't know where people develop fetishes from. But me looking in and reading and listening to a lot of videos and a lot of doctors, I think it starts when you are young, your first sexual experience. And then it has a lot to do with the way you were raised, the things that you've seen at a young age, and all of that programs you into who you are today. So when we talk about our fetishes, I had to find out the things that I like. Where did it come from, right? So I know where one of them came from. I don't know where the other one. Because I have two weird things I like. Well, three. I have three real weird things that I like, and I'm just going to tell one of my fetishes tonight on this live stream. Okay, so you should figure out where your fetish came from. You got to go to the source of when did it start. And I'm guessing that your fetish start when you were younger. Okay, if you want to know. Somewhat in your childhood, somewhat in your upbringing, and your sexual experience with whoever you had sex with, wherever that started. And then a lot of times too, you know how when we're kids and we see porn, like we introduced to porn. Like my first time seeing porn, I was in middle school, and my friend, her brother had porn in his room, and she used to read it, and I'm like, what the hell is that? And that was the first time of me seeing porn. That was the first time, because I never seen porn. Like I'm telling y'all, I was protected my whole life. And she had porn, and back in the days, like you could read it too. So she was like reading her brother porno, and that was the first time I seen porn. But it was like some white girl or some big tits. So you got to look back and think of, what was your first sexual experience? When the first time you was introduced to porn? What's the first time you seen a woman or a man? Who introduced you to it? The things that trigger you. So you have to write these things down. Like I tell women all the time, you need to know what your weakness are, so you can see red flags when you're dealing with somebody. Because listen, a lot of times we as women, because we don't take care of ourselves. Like a lot of women do not take care of themselves. I mean, I write everything down so I can understand everything. I want to understand everything. I want to know everything about the things that I'm gauging in. So I write down everything when it comes to my pussy, when it comes to my breasts, when it comes to my mind, when it comes to my hair, when it comes to my nails, when it comes to my teeth, when it comes to my skin. I write everything down, and I read the labels for everything that I eat. Okay, so it has a lot to do with what I digest as well. Like I make sure I know what I'm eating. I make sure I know what I'm putting in my body, in my hair. And so if you that type of way as a woman, you're gonna be very mindful of who you let inside your vagina area. All right, let's get to the next one, because I'm sounding like a nerd right now. All right, the next one. So your fetish is not supposed to control you. If your fetish control your everyday life, that's a problem. You know, your fetish is not supposed to control your everyday life. All right, and so now let's get down to the nitty gritty. Now, my fetish, one of them, I have three, and I'm not ashamed to say it, y'all. I have three, and one of them is my feet. Oh my god, I can't believe it. One of them is my feet, and I'm gonna tell y'all how I found out that my feet is a fetish because I went to the spa, right? And I usually don't get a foot massage, right? And because listen, every time I go to the nail salon or the spa, I'll say that I want my pedicure, but I don't like massages because I just felt so uncomfortable every single time the people massaging my feet, like those Chinese people, whatever they are, Japan or Korean, whatever. And when they're massaging my feet, I just always felt uncomfortable. I'm like, listen, I don't need no massage. Just do everything else, and I don't want no lotion because I don't know. I just don't want it. And then this one day, I went to a full body spa. And usually, when I go to the spa, I get a body wax, I get massages, and I get wraps, detox wraps. And so I say, let me get my feet done because I looked in the spa, and like the spa I go to, they have different rooms. You can get a Swedish massage, you can get a Russian, whatever. And I looked in the feet area part, and this was about like 2 years ago. And it looked so comfortable, and it was dark and dim. You know, they put the hot towels on you. You're naked. You have to be naked, okay? And they put hot towels on you. It's like they put oils on you, and they have soft, sweet music. And the guy was like, "Okay, lay right here." And I'm like, "Okay, normal." But I'm not naked in front of him. I have on like this robe, you know. And I took off my robe, and I put the hot towels on me. He wasn't around me, and then I laid down. When I laid down, he just started massaging my feet, and I'm like, "Oh my god, girl, I am crying." I was like, "What the?" I was I was like, what? And it felt so fucking good. I felt like I was cheating, right? Look, y'all, it's two people in here. It's two people in this room, y'all. And I'm being real candid on my channel, y'all. Like, y'all gotta see your girl China White is basically opening up on this channel. And I think I'm doing it because it's really small. So, look, right? So the man is literally going in on my feet. I felt like I'm like, oh my god, it was kind of like it was so I was so taken back. I had to like breathe, and I was like it felt like he was like digging inside of me, and all he was doing was giving me a foot massage. And I found out that nobody can touch my feet unless it's somebody that I'm with. I was so outdone. And can you imagine all this time? This is why I never wanted nobody to touch my feet. Ever since I was in middle school, I was getting my feet done. I used to go to the nail salon. Now I go to the spa because I'm an older woman now. I know what I like. And back then, I didn't want the girls touching my feet. I'm like, nah, I'm good. I don't need no massage. Like, I never wanted nobody to touch my feet. I just felt like it was disrespectful. You know what I mean? For someone to be massaging my feet. And when this man went in on my feet, oh my God, I felt like I had an orgasm. And I was outdone, yo. I was outdone. And that's when I found out, I'm like, damn, my feet. Because ever since then, that is something that's on the top of my list. That's something that I love. That's something that I love. Now, the other two, I can't say what it is. I can't say what it is out of respect for myself. I'm not going to put it out there, but I'll say one of them has to do with pain. One of them has to do with pain, and the other one has to do with liquid. And that's all I'm gonna say. Has to do with a form of liquid. And I have fetishes with an S. You know, I think it takes one hell of a woman to admit that. I have fetishes, and I have a wild side. So if you want to check out, China White, some of the things that I love, and I feel like ain't nothing wrong with it. On my Instagram, I have so much art, and I say art because it is very beautiful for a woman to humble herself to the point that this woman will humble herself. I feel like for a woman to humble herself to the point that she becomes a slave for her man, it's I like it. I do. So hopefully I ain't say too much in this live stream. I got the Janet Jackson playing in the background, and it is sexy. So on that note, y'all, this your girl China White. I hope I didn't get too raw in this live stream. I love you guys, and thanks for subscribing to my channel. And you were just listening to The Mindset of a Black Woman. I love y'all. Peace.